cringe with another group. Start with that, he says. Says the aspiring chap. The oyster chap
is here.
Hello. So, watching a Chronicles of Narnia ripoff. So, let me guess. They decided to take the Chronicles of Narnia, but take out the Christian inspiration because that's evil or something.
I have no idea, actually.
Oh, let's read. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I wasn't saying anything. Don't worry.
Okay. I was just going to say, let's read this description. The Quest is a groundbreaking, immersive competition series that drops 8 real teens into the fantastic, fictional world of Everrealm, where they must save a kingdom by fulfilling an ancient prophecy. Throughout the 8-episode series, these heroes are immersed in a fantasy world. These heroes are immersed in a fantasy world, come to life, replete with a castle, royals, ethereal fates, and a sorceress intent on destruction and power.
So it's Narnia. I didn't even read this that closely, but I was right. It is freaking Narnia.
Pretty much. Well, I like the sorceress intent on Huhan, destruction and power is concerned. I'm all ready to simp on her.
And yeah, the White Witch was the best part of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or at least those live-action remakes they did the most recently.
She's definitely the best thing in. She's very good anyway in The Magician's Nephew.
That's true.
Well,
book.
The Magician's Nephew was never made into a film.
I know, but in the book.
Yeah, she is the best thing in the book. I would agree.
What, where she throws the lamppost at Aslan and it just falls to the ground and grows? I haven't read them.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And her dialogue's a riot too, sorry.
Yeah, it's very good.
I haven't read The Magician's Nephew in a long time. I think Narnia is one of those series I should probably reread. But then again, I don't know. I still need to...
I'm looking, it is Narnia. Oh my gosh. It's a game show. I was also...
Could be a real hero in a fantastical world.
Oh, that world would be doomed.
Oh no, is this the actress and the authoress?
Everything that I want to become.
I really like fantasy, like my fantasy.
I think this is the audition tapes for a lot of the kids.
Oh God, help us.
For this whole life, except only in my dreams.
Thousands of you wished for this dream to be, well...
This is an inspiring moment in the story.
To experience your own fantasy adventure. To exist in a world of castles, crowns, and creatures. That dream is
crap, this is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. But it's gonna be so funny.
No ordinary reality.
Darkness is coming.
These little teenagers are on their own hero's journey.
Okay, come on, let's go. Keep going.
There will be challenges requiring strength, character, and ingenuity.
Our test begins now.
They will change this new world. What's this? And it will change them.
That sounds deep. Oh my God, no.
One true hero.
I have to do this.
And vanquish evil from the land. This is the real adventure of David, Serene, Toshana, Holden, Caden, Ava, Myra, and Sean. This.
Oh no, it's completely different from the Chronicles of Narnia. They have twice as many kids.
This is going to be so bad. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yep, I had to turn my avatar into that ram horn guy from Max Magician.
I can barely see him, but I bet he's amazing.
Yeah, sorry, the picture didn't quite come out. It comes out better in Discord for some reason.
Yeah, imagine.
Oh, lighting! Pardon me.
Oh, did J.J. Abrams direct this?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or who's that director who always does a blue light going into the sky?
Joss Whedon.
Oh, okay. That would have worked better if I'd remembered who that was. Did they just say it's the Kingdom of Sanctum?
Yep.
What?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we should show that. We should show this to Shad. I would love to see a fight scene autopsy of this.
Oh, Shad would be livid. He would be pissed.
Oh, come on, you let him hit you.
Oh, it's so bad the way other people say good.
Yeah, you can't hit a girl. That's sexist. I mean, it's also sexist to not hit a girl, so I don't know.
It's rude. It's bad. It's rude.
Yeah, I don't know. What are the rules with hitting girls anymore?
I don't know. I just go with the rule that hitting a girl is for cats.
Well, I mean, I guess you should hit a girl she's trying to kill you, because she's trying to kill you. He's holding that sword by the blade. It's clearly not sharp. Eerie music. Thank you, subtitles. Now get your credit cards ready. Here's the woman we need to simp for.
Oh! Bother. Oh, it's got slow-mo, too.
That looks like crap. That looks like complete crap.
Why is there slow-mo? She's just walking.
It's got slow-mo and lighting in it. 10 out of 10.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this looks terrible. This looks so bad, man. It's so glorious. It's so glorious. This looks like it was. It looks like it was built. It was made on a budget of like, I don't know, like
Yeah, I made on a budget of $25, but for minus the cost of the weed.
I'm
thinking there was this video game high school TV show, and it looked like it had a better budget than the show does.
Fable?
Eddie Brightness Becca is doubtless fast asleep by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta love how the evil sorceress just let him do that.
Okay, we're back.
No. I have failed something. Whatever can yet be seen.
Stop.
The divine crown.
This is a lot of setup for a reality show.
It will come.
At least I think this is a reality / competition. That's what it's being billed as.
Oh no, she's coming in slow motion.
Go now.
Wait, why do you need the crown? It already did its thing.
So far, this is miles ahead of the first episode of Once Upon a Time.
All hail, King of Sanctum.
Oh God, her accent, kill it.
The acting in this show is so bad.
I wouldn't mind if she had a British accent.
The acting of this show is so bad.
It's
She Thanos snapped him. Oh, that was a human the whole time.
Sanctum is yours.
Not until we crush Sanctum theirs. Find them. And bring them to me.
This show is awful. I love it. I love it. This is hilarious. This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Oh wow, their maps are animated.
Sanctum's lost.
Father.
I think this cannot be a reality show. What? Why are you okay, what?
Why?
Calm yourself, Prince Cedric. Do not tell me how to grieve. We don't know
Well,
for certain that
throwing
your father
spears
is
seems
gone.
like a weird way to
If Sanctum has
grieve.
fallen,
Break things.
so has my brother.
Then what hope do we have?
Wait, why was the white guy the prince if the king is black?
Maybe he married in.
yeah, it could be. They could be mixed breeds
Yeah.
Or adopted.
or adopted. Yeah.
So, do these kids know each other, or did they meet each other off screen? Because either way, we're missing established context.
Yeah.
Who was she?
Keep going, go. Yeah, follow her. How long can we hide? Tavora is advancing, crushing every kingdom in her path. Are you prepared?
What?
Pull back the rune guard.
Our name is.
Bring our soldiers here, Tora.
Yes. You will need their strength to defend your borders.
Retreat. No, now is the time to fight.
Your on guard takes their orders from me, their king. I know what it costs to defend our borders, and you. Already Tavora has scorched our land in her search for you.
Then what does the King of Bora suggest we do?
Your Majesty, if I may, I know I've said it before. Tavora and her Dark Legion fights not just with flesh and blood,
But with power from an unseen realm. I know this.
must fight in
Everyone knows that.
I'm suggesting we send an army of wizards. Your spells could not save my father's kingdom.
the magic of the deep, Your Highness.
Oh, of course it's the magic of the deep. Duh.
Deep. I can't feel with you, Travis.
I fear only the fates could provide the power we need.
You know what they should use?
So that's your
They should
plan.
use fire.
Divine
You should
intervention.
fight fire with fire. You should fight everything with fire.
Where is Danny when we need her?
Your Highnesses, who are you? A foot soldier in the Rim Guard. I come with a message from King Magnus.
Wait, she's not even an important person?
My brother. See?
Fallen. Your Majesty,
Oh, come on, just say dead.
all of Sanctum has fallen.
Don't sugarcoat things.
I know this loss
You know
is...
nothing of our loss.
Oh, you know nothing, Jon Snow.
You said you had a message. From our father? He sent me here to bring you this. The Divine Crown.
The legends are true.
They speak of a day when the fates will summon heroes from another realm to restore the Divine Crown
Yes. After the fall of Sanctum, when a great evil threatens everyone.
and all other realms. According to King Magnus, they're already on the way. The throne of Sanctum can be restored.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wait, the subtitles aren't telling me what the music was. Was that ominous?
Adventurous music playing.
Oh, there we go. I love that
Yep.
one girl's afro. It's just so huge.
Halt!
Yeah, it's something else.
I mean,
We're
I
not
think
from
that's a
here,
girl.
We were summoned here.
Maybe it has powers
And I
too.
assume we're here to help you.
Follow us.
They just accept it. Like these random people turned up. Yeah.
I guess so.
Like,
Well,
I
you
know.
know.
Heroes from another.
The only reason we know that these kids were summoned here to save them is because
Our father is
we
dead.
saw it happen. But how do the kids know that they did that?
Our kingdom is destroyed.
It didn't really tell us much about the. Was there anything about the kids before they came to this realm?
The old crown.
No, we just saw them walking, and then there
Yeah.
was,
But I believe in the fates.
and then there was poor special effects, and then they were still walking.
that's pretty much all I remember. I mean, usually in these things, you start with them in our world.
Writings is impressive for someone of your status.
Why are they pointing this out? Why are they pointing that out? Why does this have
I
a...
really believe all this.
Okay.
They gotta exposit for the audience.
Yeah, they're giving exposition, which is commendable on their part, I'm sure.
They've come. I know it.
I know it.
We will speak to them in the throne room.
This...
So did they try to do like a Bolt scenario where they kidnap these kids and don't tell them that they're actually on a TV show, or do they know that they're on a TV show already?
I have no idea what exactly is going on. This is really weird. I don't think this is a competition show. It looks about as cheap as a competition show.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a waste of time.
sorry, go ahead.
So the dialogue in this show is brilliant, though, isn't it?
Our father believed. Sending us the divine crown was his dying wish.
It's
That has to mean something to you.
it's
If the one
this feels like it's the Disney's version of the Asylum.
I'll believe it when I see it.
We are the heirs of Sanctum. We must act accordingly.
I have no idea what on earth is going on with this show.
Well,
Like,
I guess these are the people who are being attacked by the sorceress, and the kids are going to help them. But I assume that partly because that's the kind of thing that happens in these situations.
Okay.
We believe in you.
Thank you.
I don't expect there to be much subverting of expectations in this show. Bum bum. So they got Ramin Djawadi to do this score.
Sounds like it. This is just so. She's gonna freaking out.
I mean, it's like pretty. I mean, there's nothing particularly noteworthy about having an afro except that it's so big.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like it, but it's just so hilarious too.
Yeah, it's definitely noticeable.
These are the heroes summoned by the fates. Children.
Yes, children.
Closer, strangers.
Come closer, children.
Far enough. I am King Silas of the Kingdom of Aura. Tell me, what business has brought you here?
Your Majesty, we have been summoned by the Fates to protect Everrealm against the forces of darkness.
I didn't know that.
We may not have faith in us now, but we will prove ourselves to you in any way necessary.
You were summoned by the fates, you say.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Also,
We all received a message.
All of you.
Isn't there supposed to be some self-doubt? If you're a teenager, you're in this fantasy world, wouldn't you kind of wonder what the place is going on, what you're going to do? Would you be that assured about it?
like in the Wheel of Time books,
I'm Princess Adeline.
the three boys were late teenagers, and they still question, well, why would the Dark One want us?
And they were in world, right?
These are my brothers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Emmett and Cedric.
Yes. Also heirs of Sanctum.
That guy's wearing leather
Brother
pants.
is right. You certainly don't look like much. Those clothes of yours. They're very strange. Did you have a fall on the way over here? It seems like you've got some rips in your pants.
It's a fashion.
You here on the end in this black and white clothing. How old are you? 10, 11?
I'm 16.
Practically middle
Wait,
aged.
is that a guy? I was so certain that was a lady.
Tell me.
Also, is it just me, or are a lot of these kids Asian?
We don't know anything, Your Majesty, but could you tell us?
No.
These kids are
Not very
terrible.
convincing, are they?
The
What are your
jokes
names?
in the shots.
Amara.
And you?
Oh my
Tijani.
goodness.
You?
Holden.
And you?
Caden.
Ava.
This
Sean.
is so
Say.
dumb. I love it.
What kingdom are you from?
This is glorious.
America?
America. Are you a lord?
No. Maybe you guys.
None of you are lords.
No.
What do you all know of magic?
Couple card tricks.
Card tricks?
Yeah, that's all.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to be sure that you all understand how dire our circumstances are. Our kingdom is under.
This is so gloriously bad. I love it.
Bye.
Tavora.
Dark Legion.
She decimated our kingdom, killed our father.
We promise we will do whatever we can to help you protect against the border and any other evil that may come with it.
Out
Oh
there,
my
Tavora and
God.
her Dark Legions are advancing step by step upon this kingdom.
This is
It's
so
that threat we have to
hard.
face.
I love it. I love this show.
I do not
It's
yet to know if they are worthy.
It's hilarious.
We will let the fates decide.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to watch the rest of the show too.
Yes, this is amazing.
True.
This is kind of
These young
amazing.
people
I love
sent
it.
here
Yeah,
to
this is
restore
the sort of
divine
cringe I
power.
expected to get when I watched Batwoman.
This may be the day that changes.
There's only one way to know.
Hilarious.
Soldier, on me.
Not quite so good as Max Magician, but it might head that direction. Door opening. Yikes.
Thank you, subtitles.
Insects
It's
dripping.
nighttime. They must have been.
Lightning.
Yeah, they must have been talking for a while. It's already night.
Owl
That wa-
hooting.
That wasn't an owl. I've heard plenty of owls hooting.
Ow! Pardon me. Almost
Oh,
hit
also
myself.
one of the contestants. She's a traditional Japanese schoolgirl.
Oh.
You could tell because she's wearing a traditional Japanese schoolgirl uniform.
How thoughtful.
You know, this looks like a real place.
Yep, I've passed by places like this 20 times just in the last 5 minutes.
I just can't with this. This is so
And you're
dumb.
resonating, and you're trying to that's funny.
What is energy resonating supposed to sound like if you don't know what that means?
What is so funny? Help!
Do we know any deaf people? We should ask them.
Is it too good to be?
Yikes!
Hi.
To know, is anyone deaf in the Discord?
This is great.
This time.
This is great. I love
Who
this.
comes up with the subtitles?
I do not know.
Time
Yeah.
has come for the quest.
I would guess a computer, but the AI subtitlers don't know how to use punctuation or capitalize.
Yeah.
Is your quest.
Nice hat.
The time has come to restore the divine crown.
The crown
Wait,
belongs
there's-
to Sanctum. This quest should be ours alone.
Yes, it did belong to Sanctum, but Sanctum's rulers foolishly traded the crown's jewels for riches and pleasure. Separated
They
from
did?
the four gems of virtue, the
Apparently.
kingstone lost its power. And your
Well, that would have been
ancestors
useful to know
bond between
beforehand.
Everrealm and the Fates, and for that reason,
Well,
no
yeah,
one
they-
born of this realm
They
can
didn't want to
retrieve
give
the
us all the
stones.
exposition at once.
Only you, not born of this realm, can redeem the sacred bond between Everrealm and the Fates. You must reclaim the four gems of virtue and restore them to the divine crown.
They look so enthused.
Rewarding your accomplishments with talismans.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Of vital, as only
Do you think they
one
were paid to be in this
among
show?
the one true hero, and worthy to reclaim.
I have no idea. Did they get permission from their parents to leave home? Because this seems like a very dangerous place. I bet their parents would have left them with a gun. They're from America, after all.
Bora's reign
From
of
America,
darkness
after
will
all.
pass from this realm to all others. Our future.
This is so much melodramatic nonsense. I love it. Nobody
Yeah,
talks like real people.
It's like every single topos in the book must be in here.
Master of this
Oh,
quest.
also, when they're not filming the kids, they're using like cinematic angles or whatever. I guess that's the best way to put it. But when it's on the kids, it's just reality TV show camera angles.
Yeah.
You shall be the oracle. Come forward. Closer.
Because like they don't show any of the kids in this shot, but it would have been neat to get the kids reacting to this, especially if they're trying to pretend that they were transported to this fantasy realm and they're seeing things happen. But I mean, they probably couldn't do these special effects in live action. Or in reality TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And now, the quest begins.
Oh my gosh, we're only 24 minutes in.
Plot twist, but the kids actually wrote this dialogue. You know, unironically, this dialogue sounds like the kind of thing that teenagers would write.
Now, let's not jump to conclusions. None of you have proven yourself worthy of the title of hero.
I'm sure I wrote stuff like this when I was 13.
Paladins. Brave as you are, you have yet to prove your worth.
A paladin is a very prestigious title. Play some Fire Emblem, you noob.
Until this quest is over, you will be honored guests of Aura.
Wait, I thought they were in Sanctum.
You and
I guess it's Aura's like the tiny kingdom within the bigger realm, kind of like Narnia is the planet, but
Also a country, but is there a map anywhere of this?
I think they did show a map. It just was blink and you miss it.
Everrealm map. Oh.
Also, why weren't they called squires? Isn't that like the thing before a knight or hero or whatever?
Yeah, squire helps a knight.
They seem to be like
assists a knight, you know, carries the sword and all this other stuff.
They're all very
I
hesitant.
found maps.
They were like, teenagers are going to help us save our kingdom.
That's probably why they're skeptical, right? It's an evil mage and we're all just these outsiders. So
Guys, we got work to do.
Got work to do.
That
be ready
acting
for whatever stands ahead of us.
Acting. Oh my gosh.
Well, they're not acting. They're real kids who got transported to a fairy tale world.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it must be real. We're seeing it, so it must be real.
Worthy of a paladin. Go on, find your gear. Go on, yes.
I think 8 kids are too many, though.
When the paladins are
Yeah,
ready.
Are you supposed to individualize them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh, go for it, sorry.
What's the drive to sleep for you?
No, carry on.
The issue is that the reality format is oftentimes like, at least with Survivor, that lasts for about 16 episodes, and there's about
Y'all look so like
20 people, give or take.
Go through.
Okay, so that's why, because
Yeah, is that correct?
it's supposedly reality TV, ergo they got too many people in it.
Mila. Mila.
Yeah, I think if this was an actual like TV show that had was like plot based, it was like an original IP, as opposed to like a competition show.
I think we're gonna find out together.
Okay. All right.
Shall we?
Yes.
We shall.
What's with these names too?
I'm excited to learn magic. I want to learn magic.
I want to know how to use a sword.
This way.
This
They sound
feels,
so into it too.
yeah, this feels so cringe.
Yeah. To be fair, when I was their age, I probably would have been ecstatic to be a part of this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
I definitely would.
Oh yeah, I would have loved being on this. Now, actually, yeah,
This amazing garbage.
mysterious music playing.
Do you suggest we don't touch anything?
Well, I'm not going to tell you not to.
Are these books of magic?
I want to open a book. This is crazy. Sure hope he's not washing.
Oh look, there's skulls.
Wait, why are they here?
Yeah, there's
I guess they're like learning stuff.
I wasn't paying
it.
it.
Young people. Do you regularly break into other people's private spaces? Well, not everything in Everrealm is as it appears.
Well, that's a very cliche line if I've ever heard one.
Actually, everything is exactly what it appears.
What do you know about magic?
It's something powerful that, if it gets in the wrong hands, it can do really bad things. And I also know not a lot of people believe in it.
The magic of Everrealm is everywhere. Our paladins.
What was that?
Did they read this? Did they do this for a school project? I mean, did their teacher make them do this? Is that why they're so?
Why they suck? I don't know.
I mean, I've seen better acting on prison ships.
The Witch of Fort is here.
Yes. She holds a gem of courage.
Who is she? Are we in danger?
Treacherous woman, wicked and vengeful. Of course she's a gemkeeper.
Of course.
What is a gemkeeper?
Fearsome, crafty beings who have bound themselves to a gem of virtue until the day a true hero can rise and try to seize it.
I kind of like this wizard guy. Sorry.
I'm just saying, fancy not knowing that. Carry on.
This is your first quest. To find the King's Stone and restore the Divine Crown.
Yeah, but I kind of like that wizard guy already.
Yeah.
Starting with the Gem of Courage.
I mean, it's not like these kids are setting the bar very high.
No one is. Oh, lighting.
Yeah, that's a moon.
Wow. Deep stuff.
Any of you.
Well,
Wolves
yes.
howling.
This is insane. Well, yes.
This.
Sorry. That's so freaky.
It's so freaky. Oh my gosh, I love this show. This is so. This is so bad. This is so bad. I love it. It's such a unique kind of bad that I just can't help but laugh at how dumb it is.
So, how did you find this again?
I just randomly noticed this on Disney Plus when I was about to look for a what is it?
Randomizer.
Just looking for an animated Disney thing. This just randomly popped up.
You've come for the Gem of Courage.
Is it supposed to be your eye?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
it is.
That's convincing. She's so convincing. I'm scared.
Also, Mila's not a very convincing knight. She keeps holding the orb in her sword hand.
Brave face.
Well, she's only a kid.
Do you have the courage to claim my gem?
Chocolate.
This.
Yes.
This.
Of course, the answer was going to be yes.
Claim the gem of courage. You must pass my test. Trust your magic to light your way. To keep your quests going another day. To the
It
darkest
rhymes because it's
depths of the
true.
woods you must run. To find a stone. Easier said than
Booey,
done.
booey, booey, boo.
Stone will reveal the next place to go. Dare if you like. It's fear who's your foe. And just when
She
you
said
think
so
you're almost
hilarious.
done,
I don't even know if that's a girl. It doesn't sound like a girl.
claim the claw at your feet. But my slithering
She kind of
minions
sounds like
must first defeat.
a gremlin or a minion from for a Disney villain or something.
I guess she is a Disney villain, technically.
That is true.
This is the most convincing thing I've seen in my life.
I know what she's talking about.
I feel like I'm being immersed in this, like an experience, that I'm actually experiencing everything
Let's go. Let's go.
that happens on screen.
You see the light up there?
Yeah. Did anyone see it?
I see a light up top. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why do they all have bizarre names?
No clue.
Hmm?
No clue.
Pull it out. Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
Some stones.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I think we gotta check them out, right? Wait, are they in here? I don't think there's anything in there.
There's nothing in there.
Wait, if there's nothing in there, what's giving the light off?
I think we just have to go in. Okay, I got a rock.
Nice.
You have to reach all the way in for it. It says Lake of Lights.
I got one. I got one.
That looks
I don't hear
so
anything.
What did
cheap
yours
and
say?
bad.
Me too. Okay, come on, let's go.
Wait, they're not gonna stick together? Haven't they played Dungeons and Dragons before? If someone says split the party, you don't.
But it always works in Scooby-Doo.
Well, that's Scooby-Doo. Oh. I mean, I guess these kids are about the same age as the Scooby Gang, aren't they?
Presumably.
But why did they suddenly split up? I am so confused.
So that some of them can die?
There's some of them can grab
Okay, just grab the rope. We'll pull it in.
So we can get more lighting, that's why.
But if this was a real thing, why would the kids split up? I would want us all to stick together.
I don't remember. I don't remember, guys.
The let's split up topos is one of the oldest in the books.
Over here. Let's do this. We can do this. Let's go.
What?
A map doesn't work if you don't have a reference point. And why is this guy all by himself?
Also, what is with the literal Scooby-Doo noise soundtrack?
There's something at the end.
It's supposed to be scary.
Oh my gosh, is that plastic?
Dude, pass the bridge.
Oh, it looks like plastic.
What, the scroll?
The thing that the scroll was in, it looked like plastic.
It probably was.
Oh, I have no doubt that it was. I doubt that it was. It's just amazing that it's just so absurdly cheap.
Nice shot, Caden.
That was the last one.
Nice.
What are we looking for? She said the map
Good
would be
question.
All right.
Yep. Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait, why are they all reunited now? Ugh, this is making no sense.
No lie. No lie.
Oh no, bugs!
Ew, I'm eating. Now I really am scared.
Guys, we gotta move it.
Oh, you don't have to eat it. Fear Factor makes you look like trash, dude. Fear Factor is way worse. Fear Factor would have you eat that. Eat
Yeah,
those.
none of these bugs look all that dangerous. Like, they're just gross.
Is that a foot?
But they're bugs.
I found it. It's a claw.
What?
Also, the witch's reactions are the best.
Take it now.
Oh, what? Something's very wrong.
What?
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 You passed my test.
That was a terrible test. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, you should know.
Yeah, what sort of educational program is she running?
Keepers are yet to come.
Well, obviously, you're the first, and you're pathetic.
Yeah, kind of.
Ma'am, sir.
Feel it. It's so
Androgynous things.
Being.
Guys.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You go off the jet.
You got it.
Can I see it?
MX.
Good job.
And why did you split up?
Keep it safe.
I will.
You've made everyone proud.
No, I don't really consider this my win. I consider it everybody helped. Because I would not have found this alone.
Everyone was helping each other.
Absolutely.
We all accomplished something.
There's one with a normal name.
Guys, we just won our first challenge here. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we just did that.
It is crazy. It's not so enthusiastic too.
Yeah, we are gonna do it.
That dialogue is so. I don't know.
Ad-libbed.
Shakespearean, I was going to say.
Did they say intrepid music playing?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. You know what? I could come up with better music than this show did.
These brave paladins faced the Witch of Fortitude to reclaim the Gem of Courage. But only one was able to retrieve the stone.
You know what? I think any of us could come up with better music.
For your bravery, fate have honored you with this
And a better script.
I can't take this seriously. This is so stupid. I cannot take this crap seriously.
You're spoiling the mood. It's deep.
Bring us the Gem of Courage. Paladin David.
Yes, Your Majesty.
What have you learned in this quest?
Coming into the quest, I had fear that I wasn't enough. I didn't live up to my full potential, but now, thanks to my teammates and my family, I know that I am.
We know we've seen some of that.
Remarkable.
Yeah, we saw you all split up
We
for
didn't
no
see
reason.
We saw no self-doubt whatsoever. You didn't show any of that.
Like the witch said, "Come on, rip the thing out of my eye," and then you just did it.
Your courage has restored this
cannot.
gem of its virtue. May the one who wears the divine crown carry courage in their heart.
Who are you speaking to?
forever.
Now and forever.
Oh, that was so
Paladins.
lame.
Today we are one step closer to the power of the Kingstone.
Hooray!
Yes, this is a glorious moment in the story. Am I right?
If this,
Our fate
I would
and
be
our future depend on it.
incredibly
Do each
amused.
of you understand what is at stake?
Yes, Your Majesty.
You have journeyed long.
If what you got the Kingstone?
Return to
No,
your
I'm gonna. What I'm gonna be amused by is if they actually decide to subvert expectations. In this.
Fates put their trust in the most unlikely places.
I don't know. I would suspect that they did subvert expectations. It was by accident.
Guys, so we got our first talisman, so it's one step closer to finally winning.
The Kingstone.
Yeah.
Holden helped us a lot. He found one first, and he was like, "Oh, you have to reach in the water." I'm like, "Oh, it's kind of gross." But I reached it anyways.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's like, kill it! Just kill it! Oh my god!
Like, you could just go, but that's not what this is about. This adventure, this quest, isn't about just a single one of us. It's about all of us. And
Then why did you split up?
Us 8 together are probably the best combination of people for this job because we work so well together.
That's why we were chosen.
We worked so well together. That's why we were chosen. Look, we don't have any self-doubt at all.
I call.
Oh my god!
I call an ocean of BS on this. And
That's putting it politely, actually.
Because that trial had nothing to do with teamwork.
And they showed no self-doubt whatsoever. Oh, yellow lighting.
My men have combed the ruins of Sanctum and searched them all. No bodies have been found.
But what of the other kingdoms? Davia, Ora Ostia, they could be hiding anywhere.
Everyone believes they were vanquished by Castle Sanctum.
We have seen our enemies rise from the ashes before, have we not?
You have laid.
I don't know. Have we not?
I don't know. She said so.
Even the slightest chance that the heirs of Sanctum live is a threat to my reign. Do you understand?
Oh, I like her.
Yeah, I simp for her. Definitely.
I gotta. Okay, I gotta. This is something else. I love this. This is such terrible acting. I love it. Wait.
I kind of get Karen vibes from this lady.
I'm looking at. Wow, it's actually from 2014. This is actually from 2014.
Wait,
it's been around for a while.
To the four corners.
Did this lady ever phone you when you were in customer service, Oyster Chat?
Say what?
Did this lady phone you when you were in customer service ever?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Seems not unlikely. Oh, it's over already?
Yeah, but that was just episode 1. There are 7 more episodes. It's very weird this show didn't get a second season.
It didn't? How tragic.
Wait, unless
8 real teenagers were immersed into a fantasy world.
Real?
Okay, I'm confused. I'm getting mixed signals here. It says the Quest Disney Plus TV series is 2022, but I'm also getting a thing of there's the Quest reality competition from 2014. So this is a remake?
Wait, a remake? Then how did they find kids that were the same age that long ago with the same names?
You know what? I think I get it. Disney's remaking this series. This is a reboot of a really old.
I mean, to be fair, they rebooted other things that didn't need rebooting. Maybe this one did need rebooting.
Yeah, well, it is a better idea than most of the other Disney things, although it's also the same idea as modern Disney, which is just reboot it.
Oh my gosh, the first quest is... Oh my gosh, the first quest!
Well, that sounds ominous.
Gesundheit.
Don't mention it. I mean, thank you.
It's for free on ABC.
All right, let's see.
Apparently a bunch of adults. It's apparently a bunch of adults.
Wait, scroll down. I wanted to read the description. Let's see. A genre-bending new reality series unlike anything else on television. The Quest combines harrowing and intense competition challenges, narrative storytelling, and cutting-edge special effects and prosthetics to conjure an immersive fantasy environment. 12 real, genuine, actual people pulled from their everyday lives are transported to a fantasy world where they are declared paladins, defenders of a noble cause. The paladins must compete to save the besieged kingdom of Everrealm, but only one will prevail and earn the right to be called the one true hero.
And these are actual, real, live people, like people, People.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, wow.
I kind of want to watch.
Well, I mean, it's only like 47 minutes. We can watch another one.
Let's do this. I want to see what the difference is.
Aren't you worried that we'll get confused if we have them back to back? I don't hear any noise.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Yeah, we're confused anyway.
I think that this is. I get the sense.
Well, so far, I think the team one might actually be better.
The idea of maybe what if we took real people and put them into a fantasy world?
You're taking two different worlds that have never been merged.
It's reality competition with a storyline. There's a plot and there's an environment.
This was done in 2014. The Chronicles of Narnia was written a lot earlier than this.
And ultimately, one by one, they're banished until we're left with the one true hero.
What's the Chronicles of Narnia to this?
We wanted to have the sort of the feel and the grit and the authenticity
I
of
mean,
fantasy
Chronicles of
movies,
Narnia,
like
nothing.
like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, these people are older. They could have sex.
Yes, I guess that makes it. I guess that makes it better.
Was that guy holding a broom between his legs?
Yes.
I don't know.
He's like being the best kind of hero.
You know, these are people pulled out of regular life, and we put them in the world that they dream of.
I was born with my legs twisted, so I had the braces on my legs. When you can pretend, you're in a world where you can create whatever character you want.
They are here to play a game, but they fit seamlessly right in.
My mom used to read me Harry Potter books. She fought cancer for 4 years. It just eventually, got the best of her. And when I really started getting into the fantasy was, characters like Batman and people lose their parents.
Oh,
Okay, that's sweet.
that's yeah. I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Reality show.
No,
that's as unique as it gets.
It's a fantasy come to life.
For half a second, I thought the Ramhorn chef was there, but I don't know.
Our story begins in
I don't know. The most immersion-breaking thing about video game fantasy games is solve the soup cans sort of things, where you have to solve this puzzle to get through this room.
For imagination. Where epic adventures and dark
I mean, I still do it, but it kind of throws me out of the immersion.
What?
Oh, look,
You don't do it in real life?
daily lives, and do believe that these imaginary places exist.
Okay, so Disney already fucked it up, because the 2014 one is showing us the people in their real lives before they get transported.
Paladin, the fates beckon you to save.
So this is actually, so far, this is better.
A true hero lives inside of you.
Your time is now. Your time is now.
Your time is now. Oh my god. Your time is now.
Driven by their imaginations and their heroes' hearts, our 12 paladins traveled great distances, deep underground, to the place that separates their reality from...
Dude, this is an inspiring moment in the story.
This is such BS. This is.
I grew up in a very strict Italian household. I was the youngest. I have 3 older brothers. It just allowed me to be the person I am now and have that innate competitiveness within me. Everrealm seems like a world where anything is possible. I'm super excited.
24 years old, but I still feel like
Anything is possible in terms of bad writing, bad music, bad acting, bad this and bad that.
Well, at least this doesn't have the excuse that they're like trying to present an actual story.
Okay.
Wait, this guy's supposed to be an MMA fighter? Why did he sign up for this? I thought you said these were real people. He's an athlete. Wait, athletes are real people too. Never mind.
What? No, they're not.
Growing up was kind of lonely. I actually was bullied pretty badly. So bad.
0 out of 10.
I would use
Yeah.
my horse.
Well, yeah, so far this one is doing a lot better too, because it's doing that reality TV show thing where the contestants are telling us about themselves, so we care about them.
Or don't, as the case may be. Well, I could do care kind of about with the chap whose mother was dying of cancer or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, that MMA fighter guy, he was kind of hot.
Mm.
I was that kid that would rather read a book or play video games growing up. I want to show that little kid that was so shy and so quiet that he doesnn't always have to be
Jim,
He
student.
stepped outside the
We
comfort
could
zone
all
to excel.
aspire to have such an illustrious
But there's still a
title.
little ways to go. This quest will definitely help with that.
Yes, this is an inspiring moment in the story.
Magic.
Shadow.
Lena, Katie.
This was going to be even harder to keep track of since it's 12 people, not 8 kids.
Yeah, forget about it.
And down to a mystical river.
The craziest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe we're here.
This is unbelievable.
Where they met
Yes, it is.
who summoned them.
It's massive.
Lighting.
This is amazing.
Where's the sorceress?
Yeah, she was my favorite character from the last one, or the new one.
Yeah, the last one we watched, yeah.
You have been summoned to save Everrealm, the land on the other side of this cave. Our brother Verlox lays siege to Sanctum, the only kingdom still resisting him. Only the Sun Spear will turn the darkness back. There are 12 pieces of this
Are Sanctum good or bad?
I think Sanctum's like the overall country? I legit have no idea.
Follow you one by one until only the true
Would it be worthwhile to Google it?
Find the pieces of the Sun Spear, and your path will find you, as will our follower Creo. Be strong, paladins. Be brave, or be banished.
Oh my goodness, this is
God
so
help us.
bad.
God help us, man.
It's like Survivor in a fantasy world, but with more artifice.
There's a Disney
is that-
wiki.
Is that Velma? That one lady was dressed dressed like Velma. Look at her.
Can you see anything?
Disney has a wiki for this
There,
place.
At the edge of a Marwood forest, they found the ancient magical
Ah,
pieces
God
of the
help
Sun
us.
Spear.
The Sun
Then, as the
Spear.
fates foretold, Creo
Sun
found the
Spear
balance.
as in Dawn?
By the fates, I can't believe it. You're here.
Are you Creo?
Unless it's
You're Creo.
the Spear of Heliod from Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
The fates guide you to it. Yes, they did. Sebastian.
Sophia the First and Elena of Avalor. What does that got to do with
There's no
anything?
time now. Trackers, scouts from Verlox's army are all around.
Do they not want us to help you?
Of course they don't.
Why not?
Because you're saving us. That's why.
Everrealm might be something else. This might be the
The
wrong.
mystery of this strange world. The paladins followed Creo closely through the Marwood, the most perilous forest in all of Everrealm.
I love how they're just kind of skipping over a lot of plot. It's kind of amazing.
Has there been any plot so far?
Did you hear something?
Not really, mostly because they're skipping it.
Well, it's mostly been exposition dumps, but like this one's doing the reality TV show thing where they're focusing on the contestants. But the remake, it focused so much on the plot.
Okay, I got confused because Everrealm.
Oh look, a red
Wait,
shirt died.
well, at least he's acting.
Hey, we never let that happen again, man. We'll never let one person take us. Man, come on.
Well, why don't you go and save him?
Did someone die already?
Avoiding danger at every
I think so. Not a.
It was just a red shirt. It's fine.
Oh man, this is.
Everrealm is a charming book that anyone would love to read, but I don't see anything that's actually about this. Oh, finally, there's something about the TV show. The Wikipedia article about it. There would be.
This is glorious. Why are they like covered in? They're covered in dirt and sackcloth.
Wait, so that montage of them covering themselves in shit, that wasn't a flash forward to a future challenge?
No.
Did they actually cover themselves in poo-poo?
The black guy's doing whiteface. I love it.
Oh my goodness. It's so glorious. I love it. It's so glorious.
I think for some reason I like the teenage one better, but I'm not sure why. More stuff.
Quite honestly, I have no idea what the heck is going on, but I am here for this.
I mean, is this the same story as the last one, or a completely different story?
I think it's a different one.
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be the same story, but it's tough to tell. This one isn't focusing on the plot so much.
Come on, give us an exposition dump, you lot.
They did tell us they did give us an exposition dump. There's a land called Ever Thingy. It's behind this cave that's behind us. Go there and save us, please. And then they watched a man die, and then they're like, "We're never letting that happen again."
Beautiful. This is
Yeah, it's from. Yeah, they had to go through Nini's tomb. Nina's tomb.
And I need to brace
Nina's
myself,
tomb.
and I need to be ready for anything.
Come with me.
Yeah, they're doing the reality TV show thing where they do like confessionals.
The Vizier
Oh,
ordered me
no.
to take them into custody.
This is not.
Get in there.
The Queen finds out that she picked us.
That looks like a prison.
Yeah, never trust the Vizier.
Trio, wait. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Who was that guy?
Need be, we can't get out of here.
Who's any guy?
We're chosen by the fates to protect Everrealm, and this guy treats us like common prisoners. And I'm like, this was not the welcome we were expecting at all.
This is still BS acting, but I still love it.
Does come back.
Yeah, they're putting a bit more effort into it. Well, maybe they're just, because they're grown up, maybe they're just a little better at it.
What to do if he doesn't come back? My initial reaction for some reason was, we got to get out of here. Somebody gets on the trough.
For some reason.
Step sideways this way. And
For
onto
some
the-
reason.
That's the only way we're gonna do it. 1 second. We're here as guests. Should we really be trying to bust out of here before we let Creo handle it? Wait. Let him handle it.
Not to mention if anyone falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not safe at all, you guys.
But how do we know we're safe here?
Because we trust the fates and we trust Creole.
They're gonna make us.
Who the hell is Creo? Pardon my language.
He is their guide who showed up for a couple minutes, and I have no idea really.
The worst it's gonna do is that one person's gonna get caught and thrown right back in here.
No, the worst it's going to do is make them think that we're not trustworthy.
So is that what the group decided? We wait then, as a whole?
At this point, we wait.
All right, so we chill.
Lighting.
This show is. I love this show. This show is. I'm so glad I found this little rabbit hole to go down.
People do under pressure. Each have such unique personalities. This is the time to get to know each other. Patrick, what do you do?
I'm a teacher.
What do you teach?
Algebra and honors geometry.
And you're married?
Married? I have 2 kids. 2 kids. 2 daughters.
My first
I
impression
pity
was
them.
this guy's gonna be cool because he's from Chicago, and I feel like we Chicagoans speak a different language, so I thought it might be a little easier to like ease into a group of people.
She's like kind of like that dumb lady from Too Hot to Handle.
I'm Katie.
I have 2 brothers and a twin sister. So I was in the womb competitively. And, I also didn't always look like this. I had like
Didn't always look like this. None of us did. Didn't always look like this. Didn't always look like this. No, of course you did. You were like, looked like that in the womb.
What about you? My name's Bonnie.
There's been ultrasound done.
Let's see, I was a very lonely child. I walked funny, had like the crooked
Don't mind me.
legs, the headgear, the thick glasses, the braces on my legs. I was nerd.
Wait, why aren't you wearing glasses now?
Picture of me in the dictionary.
She's not a nerd
Would
anymore.
definitely not be the word.
I'm Letitia. I started off watching WWF, and that's really how I got into character. You know, I was Hulk Hogan. I was always on the bottom because I was the girl, and I was figure 4 leg lock and full Nelson, and so that's kind of how it transformed into superheroes, because that's the only way I could transform as a woman or a girl to beat guys. And no offense to the guys, But my hope here is that a girl supersedes,
I think that guy's turned on.
Some people threw the cards
This
on
is
the table.
a romantic moment in the story.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm looking forward to kind of diving in and figuring everybody out. So it's all part of the game. Being a hero is kind of always what I wanted to do. Like, I look up, my idols are Superman and Spider-Man and that kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Now, this came out in 2014, so do we need to ask what Superman he likes?
I don't believe that he likes Cavill Superman.
They're your charges, Stewart.
We could ask him.
Your responsibility. And nothing but yours.
We have no idea what this land is.
Wait, did he just say they're nothing but yours? I'm so confused.
Seems like this world has been living in
so
fear for so long.
I'm surprised the dialogue doesn't make any sense in this clearly high-budget TV show that only had one season, apparently. So I got it pulled up on my IMDb, and apparently it got rated a 6.9 out of 10.
Wow.
You might tell them a little more about.
How many votes were there? 2?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. Oh,
really?
Yeah. Yes, the history of it and whatnot.
Wait, is this guy being sexist?
No, he's asking if there's.
Was over 8,000 years ago. To defeat Verlox, the three fates assembled 12 heroes who created a magical spear.
So the fates tested them until the last paladin has turned the darkness back.
What's with this chef's voice?
The one true
no idea.
hero.
After Verlox is banished, the fates reclaim
Well,
the
he's the Grand Vizier. He's clearly evil.
The fates summoned 12 new paladins and give
So he's
each
trying to pretend to be evil by pretending to be good.
of the sun.
Okay.
And I
Well,
see no
Vizier
sign of
and
any
Evil
order.
both have the letters EVI in them.
Wait, do they already?
We got the pieces, yeah.
We never saw them get these I am flabbergasted show. You lied to us.
Now that's
interesting. It was in one of those montage things as part of the, the mud part.
We each have a piece.
Oh, yeah, when they were covering themselves with shit. It showed them also getting these?
Yep.
This proves my dreams, doesn't it?
According to the law, the fates then test these 12 contenders. Some of the challenges are supposedly set by the very fates themselves.
Like, wow.
I'll take my leave. If they make a mess, it's you that will clean it up.
This is a time of war for this. He's understandably hesitant, and rightfully so. And when it came down to it,
Don't you just love the fact that they're like trying to act like this is serious and just larping their arses off, even though it's kind of
Thing that I've been
stupid.
dreaming about, and wow, it's really happening. I'm in a castle.
I show you.
This is such BS. I love it.
This is
I'm sure I'm not the
definitely
only person
BS.
who always wanted to live in a castle. It's amazing.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. Honestly, though, I would love to live in the house from the Top Shot contestants lived in.
The who?
The Top Shot contestants. It's a gun show.
Yeah.
A bunch of marksmen get together and perform a bunch of extreme marksmanship contests.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to hang out with a lot of gun people.
Exciting for me.
Well, a lot of these people are actually pretty cool. Like, a lot of them are people who have are pretty good sportsmen. There's not really drama.
Just run out and be like, let's get out of here before it gets awkward and pick a room.
This is so awesome.
I don't think I'd fit in.
I can dig
This
it.
is so awesome. Look, these rooms look like
This is great.
what? This is like the cheapest.
You want to go on the 6? I don't think
This
there's
looks
any
like
more.
almost like a maybe not a flop house, but like the cheapest,
Has to room with a girl.
like a youth hostel.
Just had this feeling it was going to be me. Andrew and Christian had formed a pretty good bond, and Jim and Shondo had formed a pretty good bond.
Yeah, here's Jim.
And then we're down to kind of like the last four, which was Ashley, Adria, and myself and Patrick.
You don't snore, do you?
You do? I'm a heavy sleeper.
Okay. Got it.
What's in here?
She's like my kid sister, basically. It's a very sibling kind of relationship, and that was probably the safest two people to put in the same room.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing this for a while, huh?
Yeah. Well, we are going to be doing it for a while.
Yeah.
About it too, right? That's right.
Ooh, they're gonna scissor.
My sun piece under my pillow.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see it.
It's really important for us to have these pieces. You know, we can't lose them. That is a challenge in itself.
The Paladins rest for their challenging day ahead.
The Vizier said we're going to be tested soon.
While the stakes of the quest continue to rise.
They do?
Move, I said!
What?
There had been a real army. Nothing would be here anymore.
This is gonna be so glorious. I love it.
Wait, was that the end of the episode, or was that like supposed to be a commercial break?
It's supposed to be a commercial break, yeah.
Training kit. Put it on. Put it on right now. Let's go, baby. Put it on. Be ready.
Wait, what if they have to go to the bathroom? Do they have chamber pots, or is there actually functional plumbing here?
Let's go with
In a good way, but
no.
terrifying. I'm sure he'll grow on us.
Who was that?
Showtime, Jimbo.
I guess so.
You
ready?
Yes.
Oh, do we really need to see them strip?
Oh,
Get out of here. Coming for you, Burlock.
please no.
I mean, we just saw two of the guys in their underwear, but that was it.
Feel like heroes.
Yeah.
This is our training gear, and I'm just so excited to be wearing it.
Where's the sorceress and the nutty hag lady, or hag chap, or hag something?
Hag androgynous being.
Hag.
Come over here.
Non-binary hag thing.
Form line.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that.
Because it's hilarious.
I don't care about you. Nor do I
Oh,
care
they're going to military camp.
But the Queen ordered me to turn
Oh,
you into
great.
warriors. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Are you going to make a man out of each and every one of them? Am I the only one who's loading?
No.
Alright, well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
Oh. Okay. Oh, are you joking? That's just starts over. 1 second. Let me have. Game. quality of this thing.
Make one thing clear. I don't care about you. Nor do I care about the quest. But the Queen ordered me to turn you into warriors. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
God's forces have already defeated the other 11 kingdoms. And it's not a matter if we break through, it doesn't matter when.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
We'll be here within a
Nothing,
few
you're
days
good.
march. So I suggest we
Aside
all
from
get
the
ready.
subtitles, why'd they go away?
1 second.
We all have that competitive spirit where we want to rise to the top and be the one to be able to wield the Sun Sphere and save Everrealm. It's anybody's game at this point.
Bring them to
Oh.
the training field.
I guess we're gonna have to live without them for now. But how am I supposed to know what the music is? How are we supposed to tell that the music is dramatic if I don't have subtitles telling me it's dramatic music?
What? No subtitles? 0 out of 10.
I think the subtitles are broken.
Yeah, this must be one of those websites where they don't work. Or they stop working after a bit.
Well, the weird thing is, this is ABC. This is not a like this is not like F movies.
Yeah, I mean, do you really expect ABC to put effort into their website?
Legend of the Seeker actually has pretty good subtitles.
You will learn
Oh.
how to work those scorpions.
And this is on
Teams of
the
3 people. The loader is going to run back and forth, 2 errors at a time. Scorpions ready! The spotter is going to tell you where to aim. Let's turn to the left. Stop. And the shooter is here. Fire!
Well, I mean, this is already better than the Disney one. This is an actual challenge as opposed to just kids lost in the woods.
You will try to hit as many as possible. And you will be doing all of this while under fire.
Yeah, but the kid one had the sorcerer that had that weird hag thing.
Team you're on.
had the absolutely bug nuts.
Take an arrow.
And yeah, it had the bugs too.
Everyone, quick.
That's true. They had the
I was
kid
thinking
version
just
of Fear
bug
Factor.
I was just thinking the bug nuts acting and just bonkers story.
Yeah. And the people melodramatically going about, and the crown will be ours. I don't know what that was. You know, that dialogue.
So we pulled the arrows, and it was Ashley, Andrew, and me.
Are you ready? Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Attack!
Impressive timing.
I am okay. Now it's kind of gotten out of the kind of
There's like a 20-foot wall of sticks, and we're firing like 40, 50 yards over, so I couldn't see anything. I'm loading the arrows, and we're just shooting them off.
Do you think they did any rehearsing for this?
I think that they probably did. I've actually been on a reality show, The Nanny. You can probably watch it on BYU TV, but there's actually a surprising amount of rehearsal and multiple takes that they do because they want to get it exactly right. There's a lot of staging in reality TV. Reality TV is exceptionally fake.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't really real.
Yeah, it's it's not as scripted as a TV show.
Being a reliable part of the unit, we have to work together. If one of you fails, color.
But yeah,
there's a lot of like they'll give you at least like a basic.
Bonnie's white team has hit one already.
We're not just shooting at an oncoming army, but we're also doing it under fire. It was awesome.
Go for it, go for it. Oh, ow. Ow.
Blood facials.
hit the scorpion so your arrow flies a little to the right. Go, fire. Go. That's a hit. Cool, keep it there.
Hit her first one, and I was like, perfect, good start.
Right here, my dear.
Fire.
So what you're saying is that reality TV shows are less realistic than Total Drama Island.
Further.
For the Scorpion challenge, it was like, who wants to be the
yeah,
Katie
technically.
spoke up right away.
Total Drama Island's actually a very good representation of TV show, of what reality show is like, where it's Total Drama Island is completely scripted out.
I can't, like, you need to come, I'm not even kidding you, like, barely tap it so that it comes left.
You need to be very precise. This is your job.
Got it. Fire. Good, arrow.
I thought you were supposed to say loose.
Behind another dummy.
Damn.
I'm out of breath.
So does the team win and hit a target, or is it whoever hits the most targets?
I think it's whoever hits the most targets.
You're in the lead. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
To the left a little bit.
To the left.
Is the shit that they're firing, is that supposed to inconvenience them?
Give me that.
Because, you know, I'm just not feeling the tension.
I was saying, hits, a lot of times, to be completely honest with you, they probably weren't a hit. Some of them I didn't even see.
You got the magic touch with this accuracy, Davey.
That's him, dude.
And I could tell every time I yelled hit, Shondo especially was like, yeah, like freaking out. Like it was just giving him that amp that we needed.
Let's go!
All right, fire.
No, she just likes to hear him yell.
Nice, straight through the nose. Good job, Adrian.
Finally, they got a hit.
Ready? Fire.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel it with the shit launchers. They don't seem to be very useful or inconveniencing or whatever the right words are.
Like we mean it. Hit in the head.
Let's go!
Left go. Fire.
Everyone stop!
Yeah, everyone stop.
I will now go and see who scored the most. Got one red.
In my head, I was going nuts. I really thought that there was a possibility we were in the bottom.
I don't know, I was trying to listen as much as I can, and it did sound like they did get a lot. I definitely wasn't feeling confident. I had a feeling I was like, we're either going to be just there, skimming by, or...
Wait, can you guys still hear me? You've been awfully quiet.
Yes. Well, there hasn't been much to say. Yeah, hopefully yeah, sorry.
Got one white, one red, one yellow.
Hope we did well.
Confident.
Mine too.
There have been a real army.
She's got shit in her hair.
Nothing would be here anymore. The red team hit 6 targets. I repeat, 6 non-moving targets. Yellow team, 10 targets.
Yay, yellow did good.
13
How many,
targets.
how many teams are there?
4.
4.
You hit 4 targets.
Ouch. That's gonna ouch.
It's basically nothing. I could have killed more people with my hand throwing arrows over this wall.
Oh, ouch.
White
This is a
team,
tragic moment in the story.
you're the victors. Come closer. So now, you have to decide who showed the greatest leadership. I'll leave this decision to you.
You can decide between you two.
I say Bonnie. She was the eyes.
Who are the eyes?
She was the eyes. Yeah, absolutely. You had to.
Doesn't matter.
You were the eyes. Without the eyes, Heaty was blind. You did it, girl.
Yeah, just take the admiration of the other people.
We've chosen.
Who do you have chosen?
Our eyes, Bonnie.
Step closer.
Yeah, Bonnie.
By the order of the Kingdom of Sanctum, I hereby present the mark of leadership. Kneel down.
I've
I
always
don't know why.
lived in like this fantasy world in my head and created all these fun characters and
I don't know
gone on
why I
adventures on
find
my
this
own using my own
hilarious, but I
imagination.
do.
And this is
Such
the first time I
like
actually felt
melodramatic
I
bull
deserve
crap.
to be
It's
here. Me,
amazing.
not just like a character that I've created in my head.
I don't know. I'm weirdly invested.
And be a hero.
I'm kind of invested too because it seems like these people are giving it their all.
Every one of you can earn one of those marks. There is one for each kingdom that represent different values.
Wait.
You're done for today.
Oh, wait, finally get the gem of courage.
Have to face the consequence.
I don't know.
One of you will be leaving Aberon.
I think that was the gem of one of those mystical gems that the kids are looking for. But it's the gem of leadership instead of the gem of courage.
I guess so. I guess the plot is different.
What? How dare it?
Yeah, how dare it?
That's
I have no idea. What's
the teen version is canon.
Unknown is what I can't stand.
That's a rare.
How you holding up?
That's very rare.
Katie and Patrick aren't mentally there. No way. Neither one of them are.
Wouldn't it be alright if there were like big screaming flame wars over this show?
From that moment on, I was like focused.
Oh God, there's so many things going through my head right now. I can't even.
When your team comes last, it's just hard to try to reason with that. I blame myself for not winning. And like I can't spend another 5 minutes not knowing what's gonna happen.
Dude, I'm so mad.
Well, you didn't lose yet.
No, we lost.
All right, but you didn't really lose yet. You're still
definitely
here. You're
lost.
still sleeping here tonight. I could just tell her mind wasn't in it. You know, I was trying to really motivate her and really just put her in the here and now. Because once you tell yourself you're not in this anymore, you're not in this anymore.
So, are they voting someone out, or from the losing team they have to go
I think
home?
that they are going to vote someone out.
Paladins, come with me now.
Also, why is their title Paladin? Well, actually, no, I shouldn't complain about it that much. At least it makes more sense for these guys to be called Paladins than those stupid kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you be a paladin just starting out?
Your own eyes.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe they're all Jagans.
For you, after all.
Look at this.
You can leave your lanterns here.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, people!
I can't even believe that this is real. It's so dreamlike.
This is not real.
Stop and like give them your full
I
attention.
love.
It's magical.
This is the hall of the fates. Our
Yeah, you're at the
sanctuary in
campfire.
stone.
You're gonna get
That's
marshmallows.
where your journey ends. Each time you face a test, the 3 paladins who cannot meet it will be tested again.
Okay, good. We're getting more melodrama. Good.
Paladin that masters our test will continue. The 2 who fail will face judgment.
Destiny determined by your fellow paladins, who will decide who rejoins the quest and who is banished.
Oh,
my
okay. So
gosh.
someone from the losing team is going home, but one of them gets a chance for immunity, and then the other 2 are on the chopping block.
Staring like a hole inside of me.
Okay,
like,
I'm cool with
I
that.
know who messed up.
This might be my one and only time going into the hall.
Wouldn't it be alright if they literally killed the losers?
Still trying to stay focused. I can't psych
Probably.
myself out through the next part.
Probably.
You've shown an inability to work as a team. As a consequence, you will.
Well, no, they were just bad at manning a ballista. It's not a very vital skill. Play some Fire Emblem.
Represent each of you. Your task is to strike the other paladin's targets with as many arrows as possible. Paladin, whose target is hit the least,
These-
stays
Test was stupid.
The other two
A little bit, yeah.
will face judgment by the rest.
I mean, at least the hag lady was kind of whatever was kind of scary. Sort of.
Yeah.
I like to learn.
Well, I mean, they had to get this one started with archery because everyone likes archery.
Challenge.
This is my second time picking up a bow in my life. I need
They
to
could at least make an archery with like
not let anything get to me.
balls of fire or something, you know, something
Blue.
Red.
spectacular.
They're aping the Hunger Games.
Seeing the three of them up there for the Fates Challenge, that's when this
Yeah.
became real for us, because you realize one of them is going home, and that's something you don't want to.
And that's a bad thing?
You have no choice.
Begin.
I don't know. This is supposed to be a fantasy world. Shouldn't they be? Shouldn't they be saying that like they risk dying to boost the immersion?
I had a better chance of staying if I went after Katie's blue.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not so much I need
doesn't sound that scary.
I need to make sure that Katie doesn't win.
If you lose, you'll get sacrificed.
First, and he just nailed her. So you know what? Let me stick a couple more in that one. That way I can put it out of sight, out of mind.
Well, you know, these guys are pretty good at using a bow for not being really talented archers. This must have been one of the scenes they practiced over and over again.
Either that or they're really, really brilliant.
Possibly.
Mare Sue.
Patrick.
When I saw the look on Katie's face, my heart just dropped. Like, I might be in.
It's taking so long to load. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, ABC, work on your website.
It really kind of freaked me out. I'm really nervous.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your roommate.
Sniping Katie's target, I was like, Katie, if you're sniping it back, you'll have my bow, girl. Who cares if they're hitting you? Like, you can take another one down with you.
I'm here for a reason, and I gotta get ready to battle.
Hmm. Are they done? Are they all out of arrows?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess this is technically better than the version with the kids. I'm also less interested, I guess, is the right way to put it.
Yeah.
This feels more like a reality show.
Yeah, whereas the version with the kids just felt like a TV show, a regular TV show, but they had some child actors in there for, I don't know, Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, I think Make-A-Wish is probably accurate.
Paladin Christian had the least amount of arrows in his target. Christian
will continue the quest.
Oh no, Christian, he's the least attractive of those three on the chopping block.
Face banishment.
Go now, remaining paladins. A choice you have to make about who continues and who's banished.
Keep the buff guy. I mean, I know he's married, but keep him anyway.
One of your friends is leaving. Choose wisely.
You know, they really need to do a better job of differentiating Mr. Guide's outfit from the rest of the cast, because I can't tell he's not a contestant.
And I will stand behind Patrick 100%.
Katie told each other that we have each other's back.
Ooh, now we get to hear them discussing votes. It's totally like Total Drama. Wait, does this come out before or after Total Drama Island?
I could probably make an argument towards both. Katie has a very inquisitive mind, do you know what I mean? Like, she picks things up very quickly. So I feel like she does have a passion there. whereas Patrick is a little more laid back, but you can tell that he has that protectiveness.
Also, you just barely met each other. This is a very big decision for people who don't know each other.
True hero to the end of this quest. Think about it that way.
Anyone else? I see it now completely differently. I just see it
Okay,
as,
this
oh,
came
I
out
want to be a
after
hero.
Total Drama.
I
Total
want to be
Drama
good and
started
help
in
and take the
2007.
dogs out, but now I see it as like I want the big dogs in because they're the ones that are going to help me try to become, or any one of you become the true hero. We don't know Katie's skills, and we know from talking to her that she's a smart girl. So it's almost like I almost want to vote for her, but then it's like I know Patrick and I know his strengths. So it's like
Very smart, though. I don't know. He's a teacher. Professor, yeah.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean you're smart. That just means you can teach.
I did my best. It was out of my hands. It was up to my comrades.
I don't know what their discussion was, but like I'm not ready to go home.
Stand behind the paladin you believe should continue the quest.
It was nerve-wracking. It was like, take a deep breath. It's like, and you just hold it and hope for the best.
No, don't lurk around. Don't turn around. It'll spoil it. Don't spoil the choice.
The paladin you believe should continue the quest.
Also, her accent's funny. I like it.
Yeah, I believe that Flores Kazumba is Kenyan?
Wait,
no,
there-
she is Ugandan German.
Ugandan German. So, like, Germany owns a part of Uganda?
She's Ugandan-born Germany.
Turn around.
Oh.
So she's
Hey, they're-
Ugandan-born, but she lives in Europe. So.
Oh, okay. They're keeping the big guy. Yay.
Paladin, you continue the quest.
Paladin who has been picked for banishment will stay here.
Yeah.
Oh.
The rest go.
They didn't even learn their names. These fate ladies are horrible.
Fate sucked.
Indeed.
Yeah, they
Place
should.
the piece of the sun spear into the altar.
Carry on.
I was just gonna say they should be kind enough to learn their names.
Hero, I think I may have been.
It's
just kind of
manners.
on a quest to see if I could do it.
But yeah, I found the team one to be bad in a more engaging way.
Paladin.
Maybe it was all the lighting.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're comparing it, it's the.
Oh, something actually happened. Was that the one that they voted out?
Yeah.
Okay, that was amusing. That was amusing, but that was amusing. But on the whole, the teen one was funnier on the whole.
I would agree. Go for it.
I was just gonna say the teen one is definitely funnier, and we got a lot more commentary out of it, or because of it. But the 2014 series is definitely the higher quality.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah, I think like partially because it's actually a reality show rather than a, like
I don't
a reality show masquerading as a cutesy tinge. I don't know what the 2022 thing is. It's a weird mix of a bunch of strange things. At least so far, I'm interested to see what exactly they're going to do.
Well, I mean, other reality TV shows with kids as the participants, even they usually follow a more total drama-esque format. So I don't know what's going on with the 2022 version, because it does have those reality TV elements, but it seems to be mostly focused on its weird plot.
Yeah, I'm so interested to see what's going to happen. Maybe we'll do I don't know what we'll do.
We found our Batwoman.
I don't know. Well, it's only going to be like 4 weeks at most.
Yeah,
But
good
we're
enough.
not going to watch any more of this stuff.
Well, I mean, like, if because of the fact that it is just 4 episodes, well, it's like 8 episodes per season. It's going to take 4 weeks to get through.
No, so even the 2014 version only has 8 episodes too.
Yep.
Oh, that's weird. I thought it would have had, 12 since they have 12 contestants.
No.
Okay, so there are going to be a total of 14 more episodes, and it'll take us about. So won't it take us like 7 weeks to get through them if we do 2 episodes each week?
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, my math is slightly off. You are correct. All right. Well, that was an experience, to say the least. The cult turning to dust was hilarious, to say the least.
That was entertaining, but there was more funny stuff. Yeah, there was more entertaining stuff in the teen one because it was more of the melodramatic. And the da 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 da, and this crown is spectrum, and your fate will decide.
Exactly. Thank you, Timer.
That was very apropos. Why did you mute me? It was perfect. That muter was very that was very apropos.
Yeah. It's definitely something. It's definitely like that had worse acting. Like the teen one had way worse acting, but I get the feeling that it was people who knew that it was bad acting, but were just there to have fun. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna get paid to I'm getting paid to LARP for a few weeks. Count me in.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the sense that I get from this show. It's freaking hilarious. Anyway, I think that we will call it good for tonight. Thank you guys for coming, and especially like on this like completely unknown quantity. Apropos of nothing.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for coming. We will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.